right, Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Madden Elites and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
So yeah, it's going to be doing this again. This time using my team. We'll see how this goes.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Throwing now is Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively, because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Goff.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Ford Tokyo.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go on fourth down with Wentz.
Nope.
Escaping the pressure right. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Brady to throw on second down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Dances by him. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll begin the drive with a J. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
He's the fastest. We'll just do that.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is a Giant. And they're running right through him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Madden Elites are in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. Nifty move. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's...
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 33 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. They'll try and run with Ajayi.
No.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. The 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget.
Hold up.
Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forgive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From midfield, here's Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Brady, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to loft run deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
No field goal for you, buddy.
So we've come to halftime here in, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
No,
so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
That's how slow they are, or does Madden make them slow?
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had a...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some lead. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Brady, and that one's complete to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him.
And this will be a touchdown. Julio Jones from 4 yards out. And the Madden elites draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Runs over him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over position.
Hold up. When's he out? There.
Session. They go play action here on 1st down. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. Pushes him over. And now running right through him. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ajayi escapes him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jukes by at the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Let's fly two.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it down with Pumphrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz, flush to his right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Frankly, this is just stunning. Never expected these Madden elites to even be tested, yet they find themselves trailing in this contest.
It's unreal. The roster for the elites, this is David versus Goliath, but the underdog here finding a way.
Sometimes that slingshot can come through in a big way, can't it?
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
He broke that. Oh, that's so awful.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Madden Elites offense coming back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Brown, complete. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. Brady now on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
20.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Allen, the intended receiver.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And give him a gain of 37. Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing is Wentz. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Brady. And this is complete. It's Allen. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Brady to throw again. And it's a touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Madden Elites draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
Huh?
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more.
I'm back.
Interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Wentz to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this is caught.
Oh!
And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st down. Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
On play action, now Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So we're going to end the broadcast right here after an amazing game. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any broadcast. I'm out. Peace.